report.
Give me that tape.
Oh, this tape stays with me. Give her the tape.
What you say is true. The information on this tape is valuable enough to kill for, and it's the only leverage we've got to bring these men to justice.
Hi, I'm George from Spotlight Report. I'm here with Mitch Pileggi, famous for his role on The X-Files and also Son of Anarchy, among others. So, how are you, man? And big honor to meet you.
Thank you so much. Good to meet you, too.
Before asking you the obvious questions, I need to ask you about your experience working with Wes Craven back in the day. And also, Robert Englund is in this convention, who also worked with Wes Craven. So I wonder if you guys exchange any adventures with Wes or anything behind the scenes when your experience?
We never worked together with Wes, but we run into each other on occasion, and it's kind of actually he was doing a photo op at a convention in the States, and I snuck in, and he had the glove on, so it was him like slashing, and I was like, oh. It was a pretty funny picture, and then we did a panel after Wes passed away. So a bunch of the Scream actors and a bunch of the actors from Nightmare, the Nightmare movies, and myself got to sit and talk about Wes, and it was very cool.
And before talking Skinner again, because that's what everyone wants to hear, but I want to ask you about your involvement in Son of Anarchy. How did you get the part, and how much you enjoyed that journey?
I had a great time working on Sons. It was a crazy ride and a great group of people, and I had gone in and read for Kurt, and usually when I go into an audition and the director or the producers say we're big fans of your work on the X-Files, I know I'm not going to get the job.
Really?
But this was one of the few times, because Kurt immediately goes, I'm a huge fan of Skinner. And I was like, oh man, I'm done. I'm not going to get it. This is a waste of time. But fortunately, he cast me, and I ended up doing a number of episodes. And it was a tough character to play because of the nature of it. And but I had a really good time doing it. Mm-hmm. I was talking to Emilio Rivera, who plays the head of the Mayans. He plays Alvarez. But I saw him recently, and we were laughing about some of the stuff that I had to say to him because it was so racist.
Yeah.
And so, but what's funny about the characters, he starts out as this racist and saying all these horrible things about Hispanics and Latinos, and but in the end he ends up marrying a Latina, which I thought that was brilliant. That Kurt put that in there.
Fantastic. And now moving to the main scene, to the X-Files, and becoming a TV icon for many fans worldwide. I wonder how concerned was the crew and the cast when everyone said like David Duchovny will not come back and we're gonna get John Doggett and Robert Patrick on this. Were you guys worried about how the fans will react, or you were all covered with Chris Carter?
Well, at that point the show had been going on for 7 years, and so I mean, and we knew that David was, David and Gillian worked many hours every day, every week, for 10 months of the year. They worked their asses off, and so it was. I understood it when David was like, "I need to take a break." I'm like, I need to walk away for a while, and then Robert Patrick came in to play Doggett, and he brought in this great energy. He came in fresh, and we were all like kind of, and not a bad one, but just not so much. I had the easiest job on the show. But but Robert came in with this great energy, and he kind of just lifted us all back up, and then David came back, and it was great. It was great to have us all there. So it was, but I don't think that we all had a lot of confidence in what Chris was doing and what the writers were doing, and we knew it was definitely gonna miss something not having David there, but you got to marshal on,
Of course. And speaking about this big comeback, this revival of the series, Chris Carter said in one interview that Skinner has a major role and importance on this season, but you have really little time on the episode. So the fan theories are everywhere. So the theory of so many fans, and I want to ask you, maybe you cannot say nothing, but try to use a hint. Does Skinner know where William is?
I don't know. I've never been asked that question. I have no idea. I don't even know if Skinner's still alive. At the end of the show, he could have been one of the guys that was taken out by by the virus. But so I don't know where he is at this point. He may. I think he probably has connections, or he has such a relationship with Mulder and Scully that perhaps he does, and also he has relationships outside of because he's still in the FBI. How he's still in the FBI after his relationship with Mulder and Scully, and after they left, I don't know. But so he obviously has. I think he has people with a lot of power that are backing him in some respect. I said to Chris, I said, what's going on with Skinner now within the FBI? And he goes, he's like a renegade within the FBI, you know, and so hopefully if we do more episodes, that'll be fleshed out a little bit more.
Hopefully, or there will be more episodes?
You know, we don't know. I can't imagine that they won't, but in this business, until you're standing in front of the camera and it's rolling, there's nothing is guaranteed.
And speaking obviously about the X-Files again, if you could pick up any character that is not Skinner to play, which one would you pick up from the franchise and why?
Boy, that's a hard one. I think the cigarette smoking man is a very interesting character. I mean, I don't know. Frohickey. I don't know. No, I'm kidding.
Chrysler, maybe.
That's a great character too. Nick Lee did a great job with that. It's a tough question. I can't imagine playing any other character other than Skinner though. It's just because it's so ingrained in me and such a part of who I am within the X-Files world.
And following up on that, which one
Who would you like to see me play?
The Smoker. I think he's
Smoker.
such a good guy. It's a great character. I can't believe he was alive. Spoiler, if you haven't seen it, but amazing. Following up on that, which one is your favorite Skinner moment?
Probably when he told cigarette smoking man to pucker up and kiss his ass.
And speaking of kiss, you have to kiss Gillian Anderson in that twisted time travel episode.
I had to kiss her?
Yeah. Well, they force you. You're lucky enough. So how was that? How did you react when you saw the script and said like you have to kiss Gillian?
It was fun. It was fun. We laughed a lot. It was so quick and it was so crazy and I think we did a bunch of takes because I think we were laughing so hard. Just at the nature of her kissing me and all the tension that they had between the two characters for so many years.
Have you get time to see Gillian on Hannibal?
I run into Jill at different conventions. I saw her actually just a couple weeks ago. Both David and Gillian and Bill Davis and myself did a convention in Chicago. So I got to hang out with them and spend some time with it, and it's always and David and I keep in touch quite a bit.
And just to start wrapping up, we always ask our guests this question. So the first one, if you can share with us any funny story involving a fan of you.
Involving a fan? There was years ago when we were doing the X-Files, we used to do these expos, X-Files conventions all over the country, and there was this girl that used to follow us around and come to all the conventions, and she would dress up as Skinner with a bald cap and everything. She wore the suit, she had the glasses, and she was a contortionist.
What?
A contortionist. So she used to stand out there and put her legs straight over her head, and and one day I brought her up on stage and I said, you guys got to see this, and so I had her come up and in full Skinner gear, and I said, okay, do your thing, and she was doing her contortion bits, and then the audience went crazy, but yeah, it was interesting to see her dressed up as Skinner and following us around and doing the contortionist stuff.
And also, how would you describe your first day on set of the X-Files? Your very first day.
First scene that I had was with Gillian, and it was in my office, and this little girl comes walking in, and it just was a dynamo, and I was like, wow, that's dynamite right there in a small package, because she was really she came in and just was like I was floored by how powerful and what a wonderful actress she was. So it was the rest is history.
Fantastic. Well, I appreciate your time. All the best. Enjoy your time in Sydney, and thanks for everything. You're a really nice guy, great actor too. All the best. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
What is this?
This is where you pucker up and kiss my ass.
Now listen,
you listen to me, you son of a bitch.